Hello everyone, I want your opinion on something. I saw a video the other day. It said that black people cannot be racist and that white people are intrinsically racist. Now, the reason I want your opinion is that I'm half and half. Where does this leave me? Can my left foot say slurs while my right foot can't? Or is it a Jekyll and Hyde situation where they're always wrestling for control? Because in my opinion, I think you can make a bad situation good most of the time. For example, we all know how our society started and that a lot of blood, sweat and tears went into making countries like ours. Unless we're going to have a mass migration and suddenly go back to the countries that our ancestors are from, or stop eating the food from the countries that we live in, all you can do is make the best of a bad situation. Okay, we came here under bad circumstances, but we shouldn't bring the past with us everywhere we go. Take the bad situation and turn it around to do something good. Can you take a bad situation and make it good? We can't change history, but you can take the fact that capitalism exists and use it to make someone's life better. And the reason I bring this up is that two different races have been demonized at the moment, minus black people, just for living, and those are white people and Asian people. Before I continue, I do know that it's nothing compared to what's happening to black people. I'm aware of this, but if we're talking about the present and we don't pick on people because of their race and skin colour, then we shouldn't blame every single Chinese person because one person eats a bat. And we shouldn't be picking on white people because of what happened to black people in the past. I also want to point out that we shouldn't pick on black people either for being black. That goes without saying. Racial profiling is still a thing, and that's wrong. I will also point out that white people used to be slaves, but I don't know too much about the white slave trade, so I can't go too much into detail. What I will say for now, though, is that it seems that there is racism in every race, past and present, and possibly in the future. What we need to do is stop harping on about what used to happen. Take the situation that you had, even if it comes from badness, and make it as good as you can. If you got your money from a bad situation, use it to do something good. And no, I don't want you to go and take your money and go wash it. That's illegal. But think about where your money comes from, and if you still support it, and if you still agree, and if you're willing to change it. For example, we know that Nestle has no care for water as a necessity. I disagree with them and think that that is wrong and bad. But the question is, are we all going to boycott Nestle? We know that Dove has some unethical practices, but again, are we going to ban Unilever? We know that some people who deal with meat mistreat the animals before they end them, but are we going to stop eating meat, or are we going to find people who don't do that? There's always a way to make something good most of the time. Let me know if you take a bad situation, maybe even something that you thought was irredeemable, and make it good. If you're still here, then you're handsome, and you're beautiful, and you, well, I'm speechless. I'll let you know next time I see you. Over to the pets. Hello all, this is Sylvie. If you liked what you saw, then subscribe for more.
Hey everyone, my name's Bonjo. If you enjoyed yourself, then give it a thumbs up and share it with all your friends.
Hi everybody, I'm Jack, and if you had fun, then comment down below and let my mum know how you are today.